Yeah, welcome to Theology in the Streets podcast. This is our extended thought episode where no topic goes untouched. I'm your boy, Pastor Lou, and I got with me on my far right.
You got your boy, Don Dada.
Got with me on my right.
Got your boy, Kirk Class, in the building. Yes, sir.
And filling in for Jamma Juggernaut, I got on my left.
Dave in the Cut Jones.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Biden supporter.
Oh, he came out with it.
Oh, man.
Where's Jamma when we need
We
him?
had to replace him. We had to
Where is
replace
the
Jamma
Mr.
with the Biden
Conservative?
supporter.
We
Shout out to Jamma, man.
We replaced the conservative with the liberal. Yo,
That's for Jamma.
Hey, we give you
man.
both sides, man. Yeah, we give you both sides. That's all.
Yeah, we're not biased.
yo, that's a whole topic right there.
I had to
think
show
we can talk-
Jamma some love, man.
Yo, you know how many dudes. Anyways, we get into that.
yeah.
I'll bring this. I'm gonna bring this up in the meetings.
We gotta write these.
We gotta write these down because I get some thoughts, man. But listen, yo, check it out, man. This is our extended thought, and I want to bring up this topic, man. It's interesting. Many of y'all know that Donald Trump came out. Well, his team came out a few weeks ago with unveiling the platinum plan for Black Americans, and in a nutshell, what they're looking to do is push $500 billion over the next 4 years into the inner city for education, for businesses, and to try to get the Black community up and going. And what many people didn't know at the time, they just said, yo, he's just pandering to Black people. But what many people didn't know at the time, that one of the major players in developing the plan, or at least behind the scenes, was Ice Cube. Okay, Ice Cube and he had another. I think it was a couple people that he had on his team. They had a plan to invest into the Black communities. They took this plan to both the Biden camp and the Trump camp. The Biden camp said, "Yo, we're not going to entertain this right now until after the election." Maybe it has some legitimate reasons, but the Trump team said, yo, we willing to sit down. We want to hear what you got to hear. I think the business end came into that. Or maybe it was pandering to Black people and trying to get the vote. Nevertheless, the issue at hand, though, what I've been seeing on social media, and I followed on Twitter, and Cube don't care. He's just out there doing what he got to do.
Yes, sir.
But is that everybody is canceling Cube right now from the left.
Whack.
Because he sat down with Trump, entertained him, and now they're saying that he's in cahoots with him to try to get the Black vote. Now Cube has come out and said, yo, I ain't trying to have this dude. I don't care about this dude. All I care about is bipartisan issue to try to get this passed so that we can get some money into the inner cities. However, though, the left ain't hearing it. And, it's a lot of social media stuff, but there's been a lot of celebrities who've come out against him. Mainly one of the comedians, D.L. Hughley. A couple other white celebrities is like, yo, you pandering. You allowing this dude to use you. You being used like a fool. What's your thought on that, man? What's your thought first? What y'all when you heard about the platinum plan, if y'all heard it, what y'all think about it when it came out?
First, I should have known some Black folk had something to do with that name. That's a dope name.
The
Platinum
Plan,
Plan.
right? Yo, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, the name kind of dope.
Can I keep it 100? When I first heard it, it was like, yo, what is it? The 90s, yo, the platinum. Yo,
that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not, because you know what's funny? I saw Trump, and he was like, "Oh, we're gonna do the platinum plan, right? It's gonna be great, right?" And when he said that, I was like, "But I like the platinum plan. Sound dope." Now that you said that Cube and them, they had something to do with it. Okay, that's where that came from.
That's that flavor, baby.
But Kurt, go ahead. I'll let you go first, Kurt. Let
Mr. in the cut go first.
No, you go.
You go, because you was already talking. You've been talking.
All right, so simply put for me, this is whack. All right, the reason why.
What's whack?
The pushback for Cube.
Okay.
Right? It's whack, man, because at the end of the day, at least from what everybody keeps telling me, it's all about when you vote, what are you voting for? You vote for a candidate that you think you're going to get something from, right? So basically, your vote should be valuable, right? My vote is valuable, meaning that what are you going to do for me?
Right.
Why should I cast my ballot for you? What do I get in return?
Right.
Yeah, that's the whole
So
purpose.
that's the whole purpose. It ain't about personality. It ain't about how they act on TV. No, it ain't about none of that. It's about what can you do for me.
Yeah.
That's what voting should be about, right?
Yeah.
Amen.
So now Cube saying he ain't even voting for the dude, but at the same time it's like, yo, but I had an opportunity to sit down with him. He's willing to do something not just for Cube, but for the black community.
Exactly.
Now, people are like, oh, he only doing that to get votes.
Who cares?
That's what he's supposed to do.
Exactly.
That's the whole premise.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, right?
exactly.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So we gon' tear the man down for doing what? That's the politics.
That's politics. That's
Bro,
it.
that's
That's the work,
You
right?
worried
like-
about the ends
Yeah.
of
Are
the
you
means.
serious?
Right.
So for
Can't
me,
win.
bro,
Can't win.
Nah, man.
Can't
Ain't
win.
no love for Trump, bro.
Trump
Ain't no
can't
love
win.
for
Trump can go and give $50 million to every person in the world, and he's still they're not gonna.
Just on a side note, we past few weeks on Fridays we've been getting produce boxes with milk, cheese,
Oh, yeah.
sausage patties,
I've been seeing
hot
your refrigerator
dogs,
stacked up. Yeah.
and onions, apples. Anyways, right? Like it's a big box of produce and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
So I got a box this Friday. This is
Exactly.
my first box, but I used it as a way to evangelize. I gave it to my neighbors and stuff like that too.
Okay.
Hooked them up, but I didn't know this. In the box was a letter from Trump,
Oh.
and the letter said, "Yo, we partner with local farmers, and we want to bless
Oh, yeah,
everybody during the
that's right.
pandemic." Blah
Yep.
blah blah.
Yep.
I was like, "Yo, Trump, man, my man know what he doing, bro.
Not only
Don't
that,
get
that
it."
helps the local farmers.
Don't
man.
get it
Yeah,
twisted, man.
economy-wise,
You
economy-wise,
didn't see Biden doing none of that,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
and the
my
cut
bad,
Joe got
my
a
bad.
problem with that.
My bad. Yo, go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, how you feel about this whole thing, Dave?
Man, I hate to say this, man, but it's I'm serious, man. I hate to say this, man, but it's
Before you even say it, right? Before you even say it.
yo, it's typical of my people, man.
Oh man,
I'm for real, man.
Yeah, right.
I'm serious, man. It's like it's like you ever see, back in the day when some dudes were gonna get into a fight and they got somebody standing in between them and one dude get a little too close. He's like,
yeah,
man, what you know what I'm saying? They swelling up and he's like, oh, I'm getting too close. Oh, let me get back. Oh. To me, it's along those lines. It's like, you're not, they're mad at Trump saying Trump isn't doing this or entertainers don't get involved. They don't get involved in politics, right?
Yeah.
So Cube says, I see an opportunity to get involved, not in politics, but to a political venture, something related to politics to help my people.
That's right.
Well, this is the only way it's going to benefit the black people. It's got to go through the politics.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The problem that I have, man, is that they are so worried about the means and not worrying about the ends. Okay, so it's like you look at the result. What is it going to result in?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, nobody's being taken advantage of. Okay, nobody's being physically, mentally harmed. Okay,
Right.
and something good is coming out of it. But it's Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Right.
man.
So what?
So what?
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what? It's like it's the old adage of when you come home from playing and your mom cook and you're like, I'm hungry. Well, what you cook? Oh, I don't like that. Well, then you're not hungry then.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And so I look at my people and I say, y'all don't really want it, man.
Yeah.
If you wanted it, you wouldn't care how it came packaged.
That's right.
So Trump has his faults. So does Biden. But the end result is doing something for the black community.
That's
Exactly.
right.
And the result would be $500 billion worth of good. Who cares which candidate brought it forward.
Exactly.
And so what if Ice Cube worked with either one of them to get it done? Worry about the result.
The thing is, what I don't understand is, so you rather Ice Cube not work with him and not get it done.
That's how my people do, man.
Ain't
It's
that crazy? Like,
that's
so
how
you
my people
rather
do,
not
man.
have it.
Listen, man.
It's crazy.
And they can get mad at me if they want, man, but it's the truth. It really is.
And it's the opposite of what we saw with Dr. King.
Right.
Now, Dr. King had to work with, bro, he was a racist.
Right.
LBJ was a racist.
Yes,
Right.
He was a staunch racist.
Yes.
But King had to work with him.
Right.
To get things done, King realized, man, yo, the change that we're asking for, the kind of change that we're seeking after, we ain't gonna get it
Right.
just off of us.
Right.
We gonna have to go through. We gonna have to play some politics. We gonna have to kind of, give some concessions in certain areas. We got to play along.
He had to
in order to move along, so that hopefully the next generation can move the needle even further.
Right.
Let me say this though, even though what you just said, David the Cut Jones, not all of it is just from the black people. I could just looking at the social media, kind of like the dialogues, especially on Twitter. My man, this is how far those on the left went after Cube. He had 2 interviews with Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon on CNN. They cut him off, bro. They canceled the interview with him.
Yeah.
Chris Cuomo eventually rebooked with him, and they debated online. I mean, in the whatchamacallit. But that's the kind of garbage that people sees, even if they on the left, like you live maybe left center. You see that? That's just wrong, man.
Right.
That's how you going, just because he did something with someone you don't like, you gonna take his speech away?
Right. That's whack.
Man, that is right there anti-America 100%. You know what I'm saying?
You taking that man's voice away.
For real.
Yeah.
Luckily, we do have social media, and not only that, he's an icon.
Right.
Ice Cube is an icon
Right.
in cultural America. So, he's still able to communicate and get out there live, which he did. But let's keep it 100 though. Cube has been cutting against the grain his whole career.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pretty much.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's his MO.
Yeah, it is.
That's what he does. He don't need anybody. I'm trying to find something he said here. He posted up on Twitter. See if I could find it.
While you look for that real quick, I
Yeah,
just
go
want to
ahead.
say this, man. This is where we fail as a people, and I want to speak on behalf of my people. Okay, this is where we fail because we have a tendency to not be able to separate business and street stuff. Okay, it's like keeping it real, and like being down and all of that. Okay, RG&E don't care nothing about, and RG&E is our local electric company. They don't care nothing about you keeping it real.
They sure don't.
When they show up, they want their money.
That's right.
They don't want your street cred.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? They don't they don't want to hear
They want that cred,
Right,
but not the street cred.
They don't want to hear about how down you are in the hood.
Yeah.
They want their money, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And so when I look at Cube, man, I look at him as a business man. I no longer see Ice Cube from NWA whenever I see him.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
I see Ice Cube as the businessman. I see him as the director, the screenwriter.
Yeah.
I don't see him as that person anymore. But I know if that person needs to come out, he will.
Oh yeah, he there.
You feel what I'm saying? I know it's that Cube is always lingering. But now Cube, married man, father, of adult children, man, he's on a different plateau now. And the way he deals with people and with issues is different now because that's who he has grown into be. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
So
go ahead.
jumping on to what you're saying, I'm gonna quote what he says here. This is from his Twitter page. He says, when I got bused to school, homies called me a sellout. When I started rapping in '83, bangers called me a sellout. When I left NWA, they called me a sellout. When I started doing movies, rappers called me a sellout. When I started my own league, the arena said I was a sellout. My man has been cutting against the grain his whole life.
Yep.
This ain't no different. It's who he is.
Right.
And not only this, though, he's been doing it for the benefit. He's doing it for the benefit of the black community, of the minority community.
Yeah.
And to catch shots the way he's been catching just shows you the kind of the mentality of left liberal America today. Like, you can't see the reasoning and the common sense and using what's available to you to get you some what's the word, resources that's going to benefit. So some of the arguments have been, this is not going to go through. He's just being used. It's still got to go through the Congress and Senate, all that stuff, and it ain't going to happen because the politicians don't care and this, that, and third. The point is, who else is doing anything?
Thank you. I was about to
Who's
say
doing
that.
anything?
Who else did
Who's
it?
bringing anything up and putting it on the table?
Right.
Yeah.
Is
I haven't
D.L.
heard
Hewley
nothing.
doing it?
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing, man.
Nope.
Anyways, but
Nope.
Come on, man.
And that's the thing, man. Like, we had this conversation before. There's something wrong with modern day black community, with modern day black culture, where we see success. We see a black man obtaining and acquiring as, he sold out. What?
Right.
I thought the purpose was for us to come up.
Right.
So I guess the problem is because you weren't the one coming up, he's a sellout.
That's it.
It's a lot of hate.
It's a lot of hate, man,
Yeah.
where it's like, bro, if we help him to come up, and then he turns around and he helps a few more people to come up.
That's right.
Everybody can't come up. We got to deal with that.
Right.
We got to deal with that. Everybody can't come up. But if we can get enough of us to come up that can turn around and bring other people up, and then we hold you accountable.
Right.
That, hey, if we propped you up, bro, we helped you to make it, you better turn your black behind around and help somebody else.
That's right, man.
If you don't, then, okay, bro, you're done. As far as we concerned, you better go somewhere else because we done with you.
Right.
That's the kind of support that we need. We need that support. And if you want to hold people accountable, that's how you do it. Turn around, help the next person up. I may not be able to be the one to make it. And that was the mentality that the older black folks used to have.
Right.
Was that, hey, man, I might not be able to do it.
Right.
But I'm going to better myself right now, put myself in a position to be able to help my children so that they will be able to do it.
Right.
I may not get, like Dr. King said, I might not get to the mountaintop with you.
Right. Right.
But I'm going to do the work so that I can make it easier for you
Right.
to get on top of the
That's
mountain.
right.
And that's the problem that I'm seeing with this, man. It's like, come on, man. And then you look at, I was just looking at how CNN spun this. And this is just classic CNN.
Oh.
The way they spun this is President Donald Trump unveiled a plan aimed at winning over black Americans on Friday. Less than 2 months before Election Day, largely expanding upon the existing economic-related initiatives the president established in his first term. What do you? I see nothing wrong with that.
Right.
That's what I want my politician to do.
Exactly.
I want you
He's hired for that,
to
right?
do for me.
Right.
Right. Yeah. You want my vote? Give me a reason.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
My man giving you a reason. He said, all right, you vote for me. Hey, this
That's
what
what
you
I'm gonna
vote.
do for you.
This what I'm going to do for you.
Right.
So what are we voting on if we ain't voting on that?
Exactly.
That's the question I have.
Listen.
If we ain't voting on what you gonna do for me,
Bro,
what are we voting on?
And then look at this.
Who
What
look
the
better?
next. This is what I don't understand. Then they put this next. This is their next paragraph. Again, I see no problem with this. The proposal includes prosecuting the Ku Klux Klan and Antifa as terrorist organizations, making Juneteenth a federal holiday, and efforts to bolster black economic prosperity.
Ain't that what we arguing about? Ain't that what we fighting for?
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. Is that not
Right.
what you quote unquote?
Yeah.
Bro, y'all can miss me with that.
We need some shirts with that right there. Y'all can miss me with that.
Yeah. But see, that's how you know
I'm
the
confused,
agenda ain't
bro.
really.
I'm baffled, man.
It's
not
a
really
different kind of agenda, man.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
socialist agenda, man. They want everybody on equal playing field, but in America, that's not how it works, man. Equal playing field means you got to put the work in.
Yes.
That's where everybody equal. You got to put the work in, and some will get ahead, some won't.
Yeah, that's
the reality
just
is,
life, man.
and it's harder for minorities. We playing like for the reality is minorities are playing from they playing catch up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, I've said this before. I believe this that there are opportunities out there today like never before for minorities. They have to work harder, and this is the problem. They don't want to hear that, man. Black Lives Matter don't want to hear that. They want the equality now with reparations. You know what I'm saying? And that may be a whole other story.
They don't even want that because Trump trying to give that, and they it's an issue with that.
Yo, it's just in general though. You have a bipartisan, and let's keep it 100 here. Like, so the Trump team looked at Cube's plan. They picked some of that stuff and they developed some of their own stuff as well. And then they came up with the Black Platinum Plan.
They took the name though.
Yeah. But nevertheless, here is still someone willing to sit at the table, bro. You sitting at the table with power, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How you not going to take advantage of that? Not only that, what has Biden brought to the table? What plan does he have? Because I haven't heard or seen anything. So I'm saying maybe
and it's like what D said. They said it. They're listening.
Right,
least.
man. So my thing is like, how can you be upset with the effort? Now we can all agree, Trump he's done some dumb stuff.
Oh yeah,
he said some dumb stuff, and whether I like him or not, if he's stepping up and says, I'm gonna do this, and if he has ulterior motives, obviously who doesn't?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What do you think Biden gonna do?
Right. Usually when you're in politics, when you give something, you're looking to get something.
That's right.
Something and something on top of that in return.
Right. That's right.
So he's like, all right, so we want you to come over and we want you to discuss this with us. Not because we like you, not because I listened to NWA, back in the day, because I want something out of it.
That's right.
I see an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I might be able to get you what you want, but I'm definitely gonna get something out of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's wrong with that, man?
Yeah. That's politics.
I mean, do we? Why do we get up and go to work every day, man?
Because you
want something in return, don't you?
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so come on, man. It's like, there's very little in life other than our relationship with God, man, that is or should be transactional. Okay? So I have no problem with Trump inviting Cube to the table and Cube accepting, because it's transactional, bro. That's what it is, and it's set up to be that way.
That's right.
Listen, you work with people you don't like, but you still go to work.
Exactly.
I mean,
right,
and if you in business, sometimes you do business with companies you don't like, man.
Yeah.
But because it's making you some money, it's getting you ahead.
Right.
You're supporting your livelihood. You do what you got to do.
That's it.
It just doesn't make sense, man. Anyways,
it's foolishness, man.
It's foolish.
listen, TATS Nation.
No, but listen,
Go ahead, bro.
I don't like the bias. There's a bias little thing here.
What's that?
Because no, for real, there is. Let me bring this up.
Let's go, man.
They had for Hispanics. They sat down with Trump too. Remember we was talking about that whole
The Goya.
Yeah.
and Mark Anthony had sat down with Trump, and they had called it the Goya bean plan. And I'm not fit.
Come on, man.
I'm joking.
I knew it was. I knew something. I was like, here we go.
No, just
I'm looking at him.
No, but the guy from Goya sat down. And remember,
He did,
they gave him slack.
course.
Remember, they gave him slack.
That's cancel culture.
They
For
wanted
you.
to cancel
It was the same thing because Trump was willing to, he was investing in.
Meanwhile,
Hispanic
no Puerto
communities.
Ricans were giving up Goya, yo.
No.
And they wanted.
No.
Remember, they wanted to
No.
cancel. They wanted to cancel.
So,
Yeah.
here's a serious.
The company. Remember, there was like cancel
Yeah.
the company. This what is it? This boycott the company.
So let me-
Nobody
Buns.
just because. he
Serious
went over there
question
and
though,
thanked-
man.
Because he thanked Trump for giving towards something that was going to prosper the people.
Right. So I
feel you. That's what I'm saying. I feel you 100%.
What was that guy supposed to do, man? He got invited to the White House. Is he supposed to get up there and trash Trump? He didn't get up there and say I'm voting for him.
Yeah,
you know?
nothing.
Yeah.
He just said I want to thank you
Yeah.
for.
I mean,
You gotta
come on,
respect
man.
the office, man.
Yeah.
You may not like the person, but respect the office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Respect the
like somebody
position,
coming to your house for dinner, man, and they sit at your table, man, and they just want to trash you know, the food, man.
Yeah.
It's like,
and
you
they
know,
went hard to boycott that.
Oh,
You know,
yeah, they
the
did.
narrative went hard.
Yeah, they
it was
did.
just that their bellies were starving. So
Yeah,
everybody was
that's
like,
right. They need that sazon, that sofrito.
yeah, everybody's like, you're tripping. bro.
That's our song.
But for real, they tried, but they only it didn't carry too much momentum. It was like 2 days of momentum. Everybody was like, okay, we hungry now. Everybody was like,
You gonna stop
okay, we're
playing.
hungry now. Get the
You gonna
goya
stop
out.
playing.
Yeah, that yellow
Let's get
rice
the
don't
goya
taste right.
So I mean, I think Trump's whole idea for bringing that gentleman there was to try to get the
Of
Hispanic
course,
voters.
yeah.
I agree that.
He was trying
Once
to
again,
exactly, yeah. It was a give and take.
politicians,
It was a give and
man.
take.
Politics,
It
man.
was.
And it's like, okay, so he's in a position to do that. You can hate on it, and you could be like, you know, that's kind of grimy, but
Yep.
that's what they do, man.
Yep. And what you guys are saying, I was saying the exact same thing. Like, who cares? You guys bypass what Trump is going to do for the people, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just, you know,
Right.
you bypass all that
Right.
just because it's Trump. But
Right.
what about what he's doing? What we're getting out of it? Come on now. I'm like, how? You know, let's celebrate that.
Because
Right.
shouldn't that be your question for the opposition then?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're like, okay, if you don't like what Trump is rolling out, well, then go to your candidate.
I know,
and say,
but what's
yo,
your
all right,
plan?
Biden, what's your
Exactly.
plan?
What's your
Hold on,
plan?
Trump-
Maybe
Trump
you got
a plan
something
over
better.
here. You got a plan?
Yeah.
Exactly.
They ain't got none, bro. Ain't got
Come on,
none.
man. You
Who
can't-
else is giving out that type of? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Promising 500 billion, man. That's a lot of money,
Yeah,
bro.
and I forgot how many millions it was with that he partnered with Goya to give to the Hispanic community, but it was a lot.
It was a lot
And
of
I'm
money.
like, who else doing
And
that?
not only that, it was an investment into the Goya company to
Yep.
expand to
For
hire more
jobs,
workers.
Yep, and everything. Yeah,
Yo,
that's
man,
what I'm saying. It was.
Now I understand why people mad at Trump when it comes to Puerto Ricans. My man went to Puerto Rico he was throwing jump shots with toilet
Bro,
paper. Toilet
He
roll.
was throwing passes. He used to play football.
Yo,
Trump used to be on.
no,
play
he was-
football.
he
He was
was-
throwing passes with the toilet tissue, bro. That's all. He was
like,
checking
yo.
out.
But he was right though when he was right to hold that money though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Because there was so much
he was right
corruption
to
in
hold
Puerto
that.
Rico,
He was.
and it came out. It all came out, and then he was like, "All right, y'all can have your funds now."
So I want to touch on that too, because you know it was crazy, because I was like, man, this dude Trump is going in on Puerto Rico, man. I was like, he's like, you guys owe us a lot of money.
And he
You
was
know,
like, I'm
I don't know if
crooked.
I want to give you this money, man. You guys are crooked down here.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
was telling my wife, I was like, yo, this dude is bugging, man. Right? And then, legitimately, was it this summer? It was during
Yeah, this summer. Yeah,
this summer.
yeah.
They were like, they found like
So much
they
warehouses.
found
All the water,
They found
yeah.
3 warehouses.
Remember, he was saying, "I'm
The
sending you
dude
guys
said-
stuff." He was like,
Yeah.
"You guys better." I'm
I told my
sending.
wife. I told my wife. I said, you know what, man? They did Trump dirty, man.
Yeah, for
I said
real.
that dude said he sent that stuff
He
down
did.
there.
Remember, he said it. Yeah,
and they got that stuff.
He
man.
said, "I don't know what's going on over
3
there, but I
warehouses,
sent that."
bro.
Bruh,
That's
they had,
crazy.
They had
man.
so much. They had
Expired.
Expired.
Yeah.
Couldn't do nothing.
Hey,
with
New
it,
York
man.
did the
Why?
same thing.
I don't understand the
They
concept.
did?
Governor Cuomo did the same thing.
With what?
Remember with the ventilators. He
Really?
was like, yeah, I need 40,000
I remember he had-
ventilators.
yeah.
Trump said, yo, I done already sent you like 5 or 10,000. Where they at? And then Cuomo's like, oh, they didn't realize that. No, they was in a warehouse, bro. They was in
I like
Sitting on the ventilator.
Sitting on it, bro.
I like how you paused. You paused like he was Cuomo. You was like, they
They in the Bronx. He said, they in the Bronx. The Grand somewhere.
Lord.
Fat Joe got him somewhere.
Oh, dude.
They in the vape shops. The vape shops stole them.
Check all the vape stops on 3rd Avenue.
Listen, man.
My bad.
They all, you know what, man? All of them are grimy, man. There's just
All politics.
There's just
man.
levels to their griminess,
That's
man.
what
I'm
it
telling
is.
you, it really is, man. It's just how much of it are you gonna accept? Seriously, man. For real,
That's funny, bro.
it's crazy.
Yo, listen, this has been Extended Thought. TATS Nation, man. You guys, we love you guys.
Yes,
We
sir.
love everything
Platinum
y'all doing, listening. Check
Yeah,
out that Black
baby.
Platinum Plan.
That
Yes,
platinum
sir.
plan, baby.
Black Platinum Plan.
About to
Now,
get that money.
I will
It's
say
going to be
this,
the best
though.
thing ever.
It is.
It's going to be great.
It's gonna be great.
And we're gonna get that platinum planet at the same time that everybody else is gonna get that Regeneron in about 2 weeks, right?
Yeah,
And
hopefully.
we can expect it in like 2
Yeah,
weeks.
that's what they said.
Is that what it's coming?
Yeah,
Okay, all right, cool.
Yo, listen, shout out to Cube, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Word.
And he
Yeah.
probably
He
ain't
working
gonna
hard,
vote.
baby.
He probably ain't gonna vote for Trump. And it's whatever, yo.
Now
But
he is. Now he is. He
with
said.
all the flack he caught, he
Yeah.
might, you know.
He might say
But
he going Trump now.
crazy, man. It's crazy.
But you said
out
it.
there.
You said it. He goes against the grain.
Yeah.
So this will be right up his
Oh, you
alley.
don't want me voting for Trump? I'm gonna vote for Trump.
Then he gonna make a song about it.
Oh, damn. Yo, TATS Nation, keep riding. This is TATS Crew. We gonna keep driving. We out.
Peace.
See ya.